everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heike and you're watching stonecoldcoffeecrafts. Right now I am without my little assistant. She demanded to be paid in treats and then she went and had a nap in her cardboard box. It's very possible that she will scratch on the door any moment now. I guess. Very likely. So as you can see, I have a pile of stuff here today because I got mail from Rachel from Redraw Crafts, and there was a lot of stuff in that box. Some stuff I bought, some that I didn't buy, and also an exchange we did. So one more advent for me, but also for her, to be honest. So I thought I would start out as always with what did I do craft-wise yesterday, which again is not overly much. So let's get started with that. Yesterday was December 1st, so I started as planned on my Elsa version A by Dittmann, a painting I got from DIYmoon shop. The link is in the description down below. Full disclosure, the link I'm going to put into the description is an affiliate link. If you click on that link and buy this painting or anything really from their shop this way, I'm going to get a commission. If you don't feel like it, please just go to DIYmoonshop.com and search for Elsa and you will find her. Anyways, this is my diamond painting theme of the month. If you have not seen the new diamond painting theme of the month video, it went up yesterday. I think it was maybe 3-ish hours before the first Vlogmass video went up. Maybe only 2, I can't remember. Things are all flowing into each other right now. But this is the painting I chose for my new theme, which is cold. And yeah. She is a joy to work on, I can say this much already. I'm usually someone who chooses lighter colored paintings, so coming off the Van Gogh Never Boldly Went, which was very dark for big parts of the painting, and starting on this is really enjoyable for me. I also talked about the DP theme of the month video about my plans to change out some of the lighter colored diamonds with electric diamonds. So I started this process down here. I am currently not sure if I like it or not. So let me remove the cover piece. It's very sparkly, but I have a feeling it takes too much of the snowflakes definition away. So I might actually pick them off again. I'm not sure at this moment. I like the look of the electric diamonds, but my problem with them most of the time is that they just don't really do the same that opaque drills do, which is shading, definition, depth. So I think I am more of a sprinkle in the background person when these are concerned. We're going to see how it looks when I'm going to do the next strip. For whatever reason, I decided to do a narrow but a full strip. I usually go half and then bigger sections. But for this one, I decided to try it that way. Let's see how this is going to work out. But I have a feeling she will be a real beauty when she is done. By the strips I'm doing, I should have her done in about 10 sections. So I'm thinking about interchanging her and the Winter with DAC painting I'm doing, the Anna from Frozen. What's her name? One Worth Melting For. I'm thinking about interchanging them, so one day of her, then the next day Anna. Excuse me. I haven't done that in a long time on camera. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, just to mix it up a little bit, because she is a very green, white, light yellow, and Anna has a lot of different colors from that. So maybe I'm going to do it this way. Also, that means I'm not going to be through with her in like 10 days or so. So we have to see how this is going to work anyway. Maybe a bit for an update. I have 2 more days of work if everything goes well. I haven't chatted with you in a long time, so you didn't get a lot of updates, but I am currently working on 3 different projects and in my day job, not crafting, and all of them are on different levels of crazy right now, so nothing is going smoothly. I know if anyone else, and I know that at least one person watching my videos is also a project manager, anyone else who is doing projects watching this will probably think, yep, that's pretty much the status quo, nothing ever just works, which is probably true. But there is a difference between not working and basically exploding left and right, and that's what my projects are doing right now. I'm so done with it. I really need a break. So I'm glad that I'm hopefully going to go on vacation next week. I had to go back to my boss today and pretty much beg him to see if he really couldn't find someone from my team who could at least back me up on one of the 3 projects, because there's one that really needs to be done by the end of next week. The first phase, I should say. It has more joy left for me in the new year, but there's one phase that needs to be done by next week, because we have a delivery date of January 6th, and this is fixed. There's no way to change that up, and our customer would like to have some time to test stuff between January 6th and whenever this or next week we are going to be able to deliver. Figure that. So I hopefully have found someone who is going to take over from me next week. If not, the last resort probably is going to be me changing my vacation up, working 1 more week or at least 3 more days, and then move the not taken days into the next year. We are generally not allowed to do that. We are supposed to take all our vacation days within the year. And for those of you who are not familiar with Germany, we have a certain amount of vacation days, which usually I think range between, if you're full-time working, between 24 and 30 something days, depending on which job you work and if for you the Saturday counts as a work day or not. So me, I am on a 30-day vacation time for a year, and I have to take them within the calendar year I'm granted them. But if things go horribly wrong, I can get an exception and take a little bit of it into the January with me, and then take it right away in January. So yeah, we'll have to see how this works out. But at the end of today, I kind of finally got some hope that things might finally work out. So fingers crossed. I hope I didn't jinx it. Yeah, so that as a bit of an update, what's going on in work and at work, and why I am basically, yeah, why I wasn't there in November, because I really wanted to be there, but there was just no chance for me to be. I'm still putting in between my regular 8 hours and 11-hour days, so I can tell you that is not fun at all. Also, this is going to be the reason why you are only going to see diamond painting this week. Yesterday, the 4th part of the Dark Queen of the Sea cell by Autumn Lane Stitchery dropped, and it's her face and hair, and I'm very eager to get into it because I was really hoping for her face to come out this month, and it is, so yay. I have picked my version. There are, once again, like with her upper body, there are once again 2 versions, and I've picked mine pretty much like I did with the upper body instantly. I saw it and I knew this is the right one. And yeah, I plan to start on that on the weekend. I also have to figure out when I am going to start Fox Few, which is a stitch along I actually planned to do with Rachel and Jessie, but I haven't started yet. So they started last weekend. I just couldn't. It is pretty much because I decided to do it on a 36 count linen, and I couldn't look at the 36 count linen. It hurt my eyes. That's how tired I am right now. So I need a couple of good nights before I can actually think about doing that, even though I picked a light fabric and I usually don't have any issues with light fabrics. But yeah, that's my life right now. So I plan to stitch that with both Rachel and Jessie, and because you know me and I'm a crazy person, it's basically because of the piece of fabric I picked and I didn't want to cut it into pieces. I decided to stitch a big sampler type thing with these stacked animals, and Fox Few is just going to be the first of, I think I decided on 9 total. I'm going to stitch on the same piece of fabric, so long time project. All right, enough chatter yet. Let's get into the Rachel package. So first up, I got this super cute card from her, and I think this is once again one that I can... I make cards, I should be better at this. I can actually use as a decoration because you can make it stand up, and then I can put it on my table. I used the card Rachel sent me last year basically as my only Christmas decoration I had last year. Yeah, I know, it was pitiful. 1 card. Well, and the advent calendar I got from my crafty friend Dani, but basically that was all the decoration I had, so I did a lot more this year. And thank you for your comments you left on my Christmas decoration. I know I'm not going full out, but I think a lot of people actually like it. I don't mind. I like people who go batshit crazy on Christmas. I have no problem with that. I just... I myself am currently at a stage in my life where I think it's too much of a bother to do it, because basically when I put the stuff up, I think, well, you have to pack it all up again in a couple of weeks. So I know, I'm so Grinch. At least I didn't steal Christmas. So yeah, that's the pretty card I got. I think it really fits nicely into my Christmas decoration, which as you saw is pretty low-key as far as the colors go. Very, very modern probably, though I specifically picked it to go with my more cottage style furniture. You know, I have this IKEA vibe going, so, but I think this will fit in very nicely, and it has a lovely message on the back, but I'm not going to read that, because that's between Rachel and me. Anyway, let's get to... If you follow Jessie, Mislaid Pages, you have already seen that, and this is a GaRon tote bag. These are highly sought after, and Jessie was the angel who saw them post these and buy 3 on a whim, because she was pretty sure that Rachel and I would like to have one, and she was absolutely right. It is, as far as project bags go, it's a pretty small bag, but it's perfect for smaller projects. So as you might know, if you follow my cross-stitching videos, I do big and small projects, and this is really great, for example, for something like these Barbara Anna things I have stitched, because those ranged between... The Halloween one had 3 colors and the Christmas one had 10 colors. A bag like this is perfect for that. And it's so, so cute. And this was also part of a charity. But of course, because it has been longer than 10 minutes since this happened, I have totally forgotten which it was. Yeah. It's for charity. And then there was the Lindy Stitches Blue-Footed Boobie Kit. Holy heck. This is, I think, the last kit she sold from her Etsy store before she moved over to her own online shop, and she did not provide shipping to Germany in the Etsy store, at least at that time. I don't know if this was due to things happening in the world right now and mail being a real big issue, but I wanted to order this and I couldn't, and I pretty much cried to Rachel about that, and she went, I've got you covered. And she ordered it and let it be shipped to Jessie, which, yay. I was so happy about that because this is the cutest pattern in the cutest bag. So let's have a look at it. So Lindy Stitches does these super quirky cross-stitch patterns. You have seen several of them. I have finished the turkey, the strutting tom, and I have also finished her Beautiful Things bird sampler. I've purchased several more, and yeah, she really likes birds. She does a lot of bird patterns, and this is one she released shortly before my birthday, I think it was, so it must have been August. This is the blue-footed boobies doing their special dance on the beach, and if you've never seen blue-footed boobies dancing, you really need to search for it on YouTube because it's hilarious. And it inspired her to create this pattern. This pattern is so stinking cute already, but then she released it as part of this kit, and this just... So this is a little goodie, all the boobies that you can find in the world, but of course the blue-footed one is the most majestic, though I have to say he is pretty special too. Then we have once again this little sticker that you can, once you have stitched this and framed this, put it on the back of your work and put all the data down you want to save about that. I already got this one. I think I showed this kit to you. I hope I did. I'm not sure. I know I filmed one video recently that I never edited and uploaded. It was a crafty chat, but I never had the time to do it, so I hope it wasn't in there. But I got another one of her bird kits, and that had the sticker as well. Then we have all the finishings to do the finish that you see on the cover here. So you have all the trim, you have these little pins, and there probably is some kind of button somewhere, because I think this is actually, it might also be a bead, I'm not entirely sure. But you have that. As always, it is Lady.Creates. I think I really need to look for a shop where I can buy this without paying an arm and a leg for shipping, because so many people are raving about her stuff, so I have to try that out. The kit also comes with the specialty flosses that are used in the kit. So we have one classic colorwork in Sugar Plum, very Christmassy. And then we have 3 weeks dye works. The first one is Boysenberry, and the second one is Chestnut, and the last one is Chickpea. Very pretty. I think the rest is just regular DMC. Yep. There are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 DMCs in this pattern. And last but not least, part of the kit was this beautiful bag. It is made by the 805 Stitcher. She has her own Etsy shop, and this is the most hilarious little bag. I just adore it. And what I like especially about it is that she places her fabric in a way that really makes the most out of it. It probably isn't the most economic as far as sewing goes, but as a buyer, I really appreciate that these little boobies look at me over the zipper. This is really great. And this here was actually not part of the kit, This is a blue-footed booby needle minder that Rachel got for me. It was sold on Etsy and she showed it to us, and I know that Rachel purchased it and Jessie purchased it. And I really wanted to, but for whatever reason I never pulled the plug. And I'm glad I didn't, because I am pretty much looking at it every day. Etsy also very helpfully slides this particular thing always into my screen. I'm old, I mostly use my PC, so that's what they do on there. So I'm glad I didn't actually buy it, because yay. It is so stinking cute. And the backside is, she did it like a bit of a, what are these things called? The little badges you can do. And she covered it in fabric. I'm not sure if this is the same fabric. I don't think it is. But it's a really nice touch to have this covered in fabric, because it makes it really easy to grip. So I love this. I absolutely love this. So thank you very much once again, Rachel. You were my angel. I will cherish this forever. And I really have to stitch this soonish. I think late spring would be a good time to do this. So that's as far as stuff that I already know what it is. And then Rachel and I decided we were going to dye yarn for each other this year and do our very own yarn advent. We decided to do it the way I do my advent calendar with my crafty friend Dani. That is actually one of my Christmas traditions. So you wanted to hear about some of my Christmas traditions, so that's one of them. My crafty friend Dani and I, we met in an online forum. Again, old. So like these message boards that used to be all the rage in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it was one for card making, and we clicked right away. So we've been friends now for 12 years, I believe. And I think we exchanged gifts all the time. But I think for the last 6 years, we have been exchanging advent calendars. But we don't do it in the one package every day type, because it's really hard if you don't want to spend a fortune. If you put not just sweets but like little craft supplies and stuff in the packages, you spend a fortune. So we wanted to give each other supplies we had on our wish list for whatever craft we did. Used to be stamping and paper crafting for most of the time. And we decided to do it in a weekly manner. So each Advent Sunday, on St. Nicholas Day, and on Christmas Eve, because again, Germany, Christmas Eve, big day, we would have a package to open. So that would mean 6 packages max. This year, St. Nicholas Day is on the second Advent Sunday, so it's only 5 packages. And that's what we decided on. We are going to dye 5 skeins of yarn for each other. Rachel broke the rule a little bit. She gave me an extra skein. But yeah. And she went the extra mile, because I dyed 5 skeins of yarn for her. I also wrapped them in a Christmassy tissue paper. I put string on it, but it's just cream and copper colored string, not these pretty little bows. And I sure as heck did not think about coming up with names for my colors. So she did the absolute extra mile here. She didn't just come up with names, she also printed these cute little tags, which just about killed me. So week 1 is going to be the room where it happens. So she chose song titles, and this is very obviously from Hamilton. Hamilton is something we watched all together. Her, Jessie, Marissa from The Crafty Heifer. I got your channel name right, I hope. And me, we did a little watch party when it released on Disney Plus. yeah, that was the first time I heard anything out of Hamilton. I heard a lot of praise for it, but I never spoiled it for myself, and I was really happy when Disney Plus released it. I mean, it's from the topic, it's not really for me since I'm not American, but I've still found it extremely interesting history-wise, and of course the execution is just brilliant. I have since rewatched it. So I'm very excited to see what the room where it happens looks like. How about you? I love this green. You know what, Rachel? You know what this looks like? This looks like what poor Mr. Darcy should have looked like. I really need to pull out that skein of yarn and compare the two, because this is actually pretty. This is cream with a bit of yellow and this bright green, and then the brown speckles, and it doesn't look like this pile of nothing that the poor Mr. Darcy was. So that is super pretty, and your yarn is so soft. That's gorgeous. I hope you'll like the type of yarn I picked. It was the softest I could find. I really have to look into more shops that offer bare yarn that are not from the US so that I can afford the shipping. Oh, this is so pretty. And I'm jealous that you did the speckling. I didn't dare. Rachel used food coloring, I believe, for all of these, and I used acid dyes, and I did the dyeing in my kitchen, and you have to be very careful with that stuff because it's actually not super healthy, and it's not recommended to do it in a space where you prepare food. So I only did those. I dyed 6 skeins as well, but the 5 that I sent Rachel are the interesting ones. The one that I kept is basically just a dark tonal gray. I dyed those in the kitchen, but in the future I will dye outside. I will get a little cooking plate to dye outside. But yeah, I didn't dare to do the speckling because you use the powder and sprinkle it on, and it can get everywhere, and it's actually poisonous, so not a good idea. That's why I didn't do any of that, but I hope you will still enjoy it, and I am jealous that you got to do it. I want to try it as soon as possible. This is so pretty. That's what I mean, I'm a bright color girl. I like that this is so bright. Gorgeous! So, more yarn, advent calendars. So from today on, I'm going to unpack the Mothy and the Squid last, because I know that Rachel got that one and she doesn't want to be spoiled. So I'm going to unpack these last, and I'm going to give a little warning before so she can turn away. But let's have a look at our pastel candy color. What's that? Oh, that's detergent to wash your knitted thing afterwards. So this is pretty much, oh, I should have brought it. It is pretty much the same pink like yesterday, but this time in a tonal. She already said that she is doing a lot of variegated and tonal that actually fade into each other. So this is pretty much what I expected to see today. It is a very pretty pink. It is a type of pink I have not yet in my collection. And I think it is going to go very well. Please help me remember to bring the previous day into the room with me starting tomorrow so we can see them next to each other. But yeah, this is gorgeous. And yes, like I said, pretty much what I expected to see, so not a big surprise, but happy. Natural yarns. I have to hurry up a bit. I've been talking for 30 minutes and the boyfriend is cooking. So if I do the Dr. Kimball again, I'm sorry. Ooh. This one is a light pink with this mustardy yellow. This is gorgeous. This is so pretty. I think I wouldn't want to combine these, but still very pretty. I just love hedgerow yarns, I'm sorry. So, Buffy. Day number 2. Did everybody have their crazy flakes today? This does look like cornflakes. This is interesting. This is not a color I would ever have bought, but it's actually pretty. It has also, once again, these greenish and dark brown blackish speckles. And I think when you knit this up, it will actually have a beautiful variegation. Yes, why not? I thought so yesterday, but I think these actually go very well together too. It's not the same type of yarn. This is a little bit softer than this. But yeah, kind of excited to see what Mothy and Squid did today. So Rachel, please look away. I'm also going to do my best not to slip and describe it, so to keep it absolutely a surprise. Today's little baggie is red. And that's all I'm going to say. Oh, yes. This is definitely something I do not have. 100%. I love this. I think the colors in this advent calendar have to be all unpacked first, and then you need to decide in which order you want to put them, because I don't think I would put this right next to the one from yesterday. Quite frankly. But again, like I said yesterday, she is the queen of speckles. I think she doesn't have a single unspeckled colorway in her shop. Well, she does. She has tonals. But yeah. So, this is our loot today. And I'm going to put this over so Rachel can look back up. It's gone now, Rachel. You can't see it. So that's going to be it for today. Like I said, the boyfriend is cooking dinner and he might be ready, I don't know. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I should be back tomorrow. Maybe a little shorter than today, because my crafty time is far and few in between. So I have to be better at time management until my vacation comes. Alright guys, see you tomorrow, hopefully with my assistant. Bye guys.